Been a lot of tension on servers in the forums lately. I think there's a lot of different causes to that. Um, but as I've been saying for a while, it's going to be addressed, taken care of.
User
We've been
joined your channel.
slowly doing that, but I think it's important to get a
User
meeting,
in
get
your
everyone
channel
together,
started
get on the same
recording.
page, so it'll make that process a little less difficult and dramatic. So let's start. Let's see. I guess I'll go with trading stuff first. Let's see. I've gotten a couple reports lately of people trading outside items that are outside of NTG for in-game items. Anything from Steam games or Team Fortress 2 items or whatever.
User in your
If
channel
if you
started
get caught
recording.
doing that, you're gonna get wiped. And if you that doesn't matter if you're trading or receiving. You'll probably get wiped either way. Multiple reasons for that. I don't know if there's any legal issues with that. I know I certainly cannot endorse it. Um, but either way, I'm not gonna get caught in any fine line area, so it's just simply against the rules. And if it's brought to my attention and I see that people are doing that,
User joined your channel.
I'm gonna have to take action to protect the clan legally, as well as prevent issues of people scamming people. You know, hey, I'll give you this item as soon as you trade me that, and then they don't give you it. Basically, I'd also like to add that trades are not protected in any way, meaning, for example, let's say you make a trade with someone and you're promised to receive some items now and some items later, and they don't live up to that promise. That's not covered in any way. We won't force that person to give you anything. We won't try and make amends, in most cases at least. But what would likely happen is you're going to get flagged by management as someone who up to no good or not. You know, it's kind of explains your character if you don't live up to a trade, even though you're not, I guess, obligated or whatever to do so. So yes, when you're making trades, just trade what you have for what they have. Don't expect anything extra, and definitely don't do it for anything outside of MTG. And thirdly, to address all this stuff about people coming to me, hey, this person traded me this, said it was worth that much, but then I found out it was worth this much.
User in your channel timed
Well, the
out.
thing with this market economy is there's no exact value for anything. Just like a stock market or just like the general economy, things are priced based on what people are willing to pay as well as supply. So if you have a one-of-a-kind item and no one else has it, you pretty much get to choose the price that you get to trade it at. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean it's particularly worth that much, but if someone's willing to pay it, then sure, I guess it's worth that much. Another place I'm going with this is if you, let's say you donate or whatever, you trade an item and get a bunch of points, and you're like, all right, I'm going to go spend these points and get something sweet. If you just go to that first person for that first gun and they make that first offer and you accept it and you end up finding out that you could have gotten something better for a better price or whatever, that's all 100% on you, your fault. If you want to get the best deal for the best price, you got to put time into it. And that's a life lesson as well. But, you know, just like when I was buying my computer parts, I didn't just hop on to Google search the part that I wanted and just pick the first vendor I saw. You have to put time and effort into it if you want to get the best price. If you want to sacrifice time, it's going to cost you extra points. This makes sense. So yes, that's going to answer that. So if you guys make a stupid trade, well, it's on you. But just like I talked about earlier with about trading, if you're seen to be scamming people or trying to take advantage of people intentionally, that's going to put out a character flag on you. And like I said, we're not going to be allowing douchebags to be clan members, that's for sure. So yeah, I guess no need to dwell on that. I'm sure you understand. If anyone does not follow me here, you can say so in chat. Oh dear lord. Alright, hold on, let me see how many people we got in this channel. 44 out of 50. Okay, we're still good. Alright, so that brings us to the next topic. Alright, member expectations. Basically, if you're going to be a member, you got to represent us in a good way. We don't want to be looking like a clan full of assholes. So if someone new joins our clan, sees a bunch of people with member tags messing around, breaking rules, talking shit, and not being helpful to new people, then they're not going to keep playing here, and we're going to lose out on a bunch of good players that are going to help keep our servers full and help with our expansion. So like I've been saying for a while now, people are going to start getting demoted. And it's going to be the people who aren't, and member-wise, it's going to be the people who aren't representing us properly. And that goes on all fronts. Knowing the rules, playing by the rules, helping teach new players the rules, and giving solutions instead of causing problems. And it's pretty self-explanatory how to act with decency, so... And most of you do a pretty good job, but there's definitely times that all of us fall short. But again, something I don't need to dwell on. Most of it's pretty much common sense. And now another member expectation. There's been a lot of problems with them using votekick or vote ban. And let me give you an example of when and when not to use it. When you're in a game and someone breaks a rule, maybe they RDM you, whatever. First thing you do is you get a staff member. They're in game, you submit a report. No one's in game, you try to pull someone from another server, message them on Steam or whatever. Now remember, you're staff, or you're a member, you're not staff. Not your job to police the servers and make decisions that staff members should do. The reason you have votekick is for those mostly rare situations, because we have a decent amount of staff, that there are no staff in the server, and there's someone who's a complete idiot that, without a doubt, should not be there. Like RDMing constantly, several times, every single round. Or something where you think you might have gotten RDM by a person, but this person isn't causing consistent issues, you shouldn't use votekick on them. That's more so of a situation that a staff member should handle. So again, votekick and vote ban is for people who are constantly just a bad apple on the server and they're not there to play the game. So yes, that's very important. And of course, when there is a staff member in the server, you should never ever be using votekick or vote ban. Oh, I guess also if a votekick doesn't pass, if there is a situation where you feel you need to use it and you use it, and it does not pass, don't keep spamming it over and over. Dino says many members spam it until it's passed, and VIPs, well, that is going to start being addressed. If you spam the hell out of it constantly, you're going to lose your membership or lose your VIP. Pretty much that simple. And I guess I'll go into spamming. It is considered spam if, for example, you vote kick yourself saying, "Going to bed, good night, guys."
User
I
joined
mean,
your
it's not the
channel.
worst thing in the world, but it's can be very annoying to a lot of people. And then I get a million messages of people bitching and whining, and then I have to spend millions of man hours addressing stupid complaints like
User
that
was
instead
moved to
of
your
working on
channel.
new projects and whatnot. And that's never fun. It hurts me just as much as it hurts you guys, because, you know, I don't have that much time to put into other expansion. Because obviously Brass is caught up with TTT all the time. And it is my goal to expand out of TTT as much and as fast as possible. So yes, now we'll go over to staff expectations. I usually have done meetings in the past where staff gets together and we talk, and then everyone else gets to come in. And that's when I would normally talk about staff expectations in the staff meeting. But I think it's important for everyone to hear this so that they know what to expect from staff and understand some of their decisions that they make. Alright, so staff expectations. First and foremost, proper
User left your
investigation
channel.
needs to be made every single
User joined your
time.
channel.
Can't just... Sometimes it can look like RDM, smell like RDM, and sound like RDM, but it's not RDM. It's really important to get both sides, because even if you are walking and you see someone shoot someone in the back of the head, totally randomly, ID their body and they're innocent, and then you might kill them and find out they're innocent or whatever. In that situation, you might be pretty damn convinced that that was a complete RDM. Maybe the person who got killed submits a report and says, "Hey, I got RDM by this person for no reason. I didn't even fire a shot," or whatever. But it could still not be RDM. What you gotta do is, now you got the victim side, go talk to the perpetrator. That perpetrator might say, I thought I saw him have a knife," or whatever amount of stories. I could have sworn I saw so-and-so running away from an un-ID'd body. Whatever the case may be. Even if they saw something wrong or didn't see what was really there, it's all about the mentality of the game mode. Remember, this is almost like a role-playing style game mode. You're in the mindset of being in a group of traders trying to figure out who is bad. And even if you didn't really see a knife in their hand, when you, in that TTT mentality, it would still make sense to kill them, even if your eyes misled you. So that's something that karma's made for. The entire karma system and you reducing the amount of damage that you can do is 100% for making poor mistakes or decisions like that. It's the people who don't care about the mentality of the game mode, people who don't care about needing a reason to kill someone, or just not following the mentality of the game mode. Those are the people who should have slays and whatnot. So it's very important to get both sides of the stories, because 95% of RDM reports, at least, are not really RDM. Maybe a kill that was an innocent on an innocent, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's RDM. So likewise, if you get RDM'd, you shouldn't just start, or if you think you get RDM'd, you get killed by an innocent when you are innocent, you shouldn't just start freaking out at that person, yelling at him and bitching and whining. First step you do is say, "Hey, why'd you kill me?" And if they give any sort of reason that even halfway makes sense, they thought they saw something or whatever, and it's within logic, then you just gotta let it go. That's all there is to that. It doesn't matter, even if it's on your T round, it can really fucking suck, but you just gotta let it go, because shit happens all the time. It's also part of the game mode deception. Now, it's one thing to forgive, it's another thing to forget. If you see that person accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally making a mistake or logic error all the time, well, that's kind of speaks for itself, and we might know that they're abusing that and actually just using it to get away with actual RDM. So yes, that's I can't stress that much. That's probably one of the biggest issues is people not fully understanding RDM, not understanding the perception of another player and it
User
causing an
joined your
argument.
channel.
I guess we can go back on that a little bit more when I do some question and answer at the end. Yeah, I'm not just gonna drone on it forever, but I will be for a little bit here. Okay, so we got staff expectations, trading member expectations, expectations for all. This one's pretty
User in your
basic.
channel timed out.
All I ask
User joined your channel.
is that you guys have decency and respect towards others. If someone's pissing you off on server, don't go back at them because you're both gonna get it. If anything, there's been cases in which two people get in an argument, one person might cause it, and if they don't stop, then you have all the time in the world to be taking demos or screenshots, so you can report that person. And in that case, there's not a damn thing that anyone could say against you to work against your story and work against justice being served.
User joined your channel.
Oh god, we are getting full. Oh yeah, we're capped. Alright. Axe, are you here? Alright, alright. No, it's not really unlimited. It's capped.
User in your channel timed out.
Alright, well, if anyone's in this and they don't really care to hear anything, could excuse yourself to let some people who do care in. Other than that, I won't kick anyone. Okay, so let me carry on here. So yeah, all I want is half decency. That goes on the servers and the forums. Out of all the forum rules that you guys may or may not disagree with, the number one thing that I care about is just to have respect towards each other. Not get in stupid arguments and flame wars and stuff, play the whose dick is bigger game. Because I really don't give a shit about that. All I want is some half decency and respect, and for the forums not to turn into a giant clusterfuck of whining. Plus, I have the biggest dick out of you all, so
User joined your channel.
Fuck you guys. No, not really. Actually, super small. 30 inches around. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's all really common sense. Honestly, when you guys get in arguments, even though you sound like, oh man, I just burned him, oh, I told him, oh yeah, it really does make you both look like idiots. I'm sure all of you can agree.
User joined your channel.
Okay, so I guess I'll move up to expansion. We're gonna do community changes and rule discussion and revision last. Because that's when I'm gonna start opening up the mic a little bit more and get your opinions. But expansion, obviously, Brass is always pushing out awesome things on TTT. Some of you have beta access, and that's going to be getting released. I'm not sure. Press, what's your ETA for release on that? Okay. So yeah, it's got a little bit of time still. It is pretty in-depth and complex, the stuff that he's adding.
Microphone muted.
And I know that
Microphone activated.
pretty good at making it all
User
shiny
in your
bells and
channel started
whistles
recording.
before releasing. So you all should be really excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and Bress has put an immense amount of work into it. So everyone give him a thanks for that. Now that's only a minor expansion. That's expansion on one front, but I've been wanting to open up more fronts. I've been wanting to open up a lot more fronts in terms of game modes and even games. Starbound is coming out, and it's a pretty hot game. It's essentially Terraria on crack in space. And there's nothing much better than crack in space. So I am going to be thinking about putting up a server on that. Not exactly sure how to get a server going up for that other than hosting from your own personal computer. I don't know if there's just server files that you can load up instead of having to run the game. I don't know. I'll look into that. But either way, Starbound server would be cool.
There's a dedicated
okay,
Starbound server.
Okay. So I'll have to download that and put it up on my secondary virtual computer. I've also considered doing Minecraft. I kind of have a mini Minecraft server that I put up a little while ago. One that would, I don't know, I put like Pokemon mod or something goofy on it. Just fucking around with the different add-ons. That I'm not overly excited to add. But if I ever had someone who would be very dedicated in updating and coding for it, then I'd absolutely add it. Oh, and before I continue, if anyone ever puts in time and development into a server, you will be accordingly rewarded via donations. I mean, just ask Brass. You know, obviously because TTT is our really only source of donations, Brass gets a nice, very large chunk of it. Sometimes more than half what comes in. So, because that's just fair, you know. Just like if I had someone doing a Dark RP server for me and the code for that, I would find something fair, you know, relative to what that particular game mode brings us in donations, and you'd get a piece of it. So yes, with that said, you guys should all, if you're eager to, help me out with expansion, whether that be Minecraft coding or game mode coding. But anyways, yes, for expansion, one thing that is on the list of things to release is a Dark RP style server. I would like to resurrect Liquid RP and then code on top of that, just because a lot of people like it. Got a lot of good base features in it. And I could even do something like, because donations have been so good lately, I could just dish out a bunch of money on Coder Hire to have, at the very least, a server that's a little bit better than the basic Dark RP to start out, you know, while I have time to myself code for it, or find someone to help out coding. So Dark RP is on the list of stuff to pop up soon. I definitely anticipate having a strong Dark RP server by the end of the first quarter next month, or next year. Another style game mode is I do want to add a deathmatch style server. There's a couple different ones that are public online right now. There's Awesome Mod, which is kind of like, or no, Awesome Strike Source, is like a Counter-Strike on crack. All the guns are really goofy and weird and unique, but it's like a played kind of like Counter-Strike. Another idea for that is Gun Game, which is essentially just like Counter-Strike Source Gun Game, but again, different guns and whatnot. And then there's Stronghold, which is a pretty fun game.
User
Prophet.
joined your channel.
So yes, a deathmatch style of some sort, which you guys can give ideas and recommendations on the forums or later when I go for open Q&A. Another idea is, this is far down the road. This is like when I have lots of extra time on my hands, and that is, I want to make something kind of like Clockwork. Essentially a game mode which will be a role-playing game maker. Like a generalized game mode in which I could add different types of RPGs just by changing certain files around. So basically, each one of these servers will generally have the same layout and level system or whatever, but I just change a couple values, different weapons, different maps and whatnot, and with the snap of a finger, I could put up a base futuristic style RPG, I could put up a medieval style RPG, I could, just a bunch of different options there. Just a matter of changing around the weapons and the names and whatnot like that. That's something, so an RPG style server is something that I want to add in the future. And of course I want to get some sort of zombie style server up too. I kind of fell unsatisfied with the Zmod developer, just because he's a ornery, whiny Frenchman who I tried to be super nice to, and then he bitched and whined and took everything I said the wrong way. And his grammar is god-awful. I say nothing about French people. He just is a French person, and he's a whiny bitch. So he's a French whiny bitch. But anyways, I'm probably not gonna be going back to Zmod. If anything, I will end up just kind of reworking something and making something from scratch. Maybe gut some open source files and mod off of them. But yeah, so those are ideas for expansion. Flood server, people have mentioned. I've never really been into Flood. I don't think they'd be exceptionally popular. I don't know. Basically, to put up a server, all I gotta do is load a new server, essentially click a few buttons, and it loads a server up. Creates a new server space on my virtual computer, and then all I got to do is upload the files. It doesn't cost me a penny to do that. But however, my virtual computer can only take so much stress, so once I have a lot of servers, I'm going to have to upgrade. And honestly, with the TTT servers and the amount of communication that they take up, we're pretty much maxed out. We still have room for a little bit more, though. So in terms of putting up servers, it takes a matter of seconds. Ayano, to answer you, we're using Windows 2008 server. And that's on both my virtual computers.
User left your channel.
Yes,
User
the
joined your
servers that we
channel.
use are located in Chicago, and they run extremely fast. They have a 1,000 megabit per second connection speed. It's directly connected to the internet. internet providing service. I would like to move it to Seattle, however, it's pretty full over there. Also, Chicago's good because it's not exactly in the center, but it's pretty much in terms of popular hosting areas, equidistant from West Coast, East Coast, and Canadian areas. So it's like right in the middle, so it has the best average ping for everyone.
Except for Europeans.
Oh yeah, well, if I moved to Seattle, it'd be even worse for you guys.
Oh well.
But yeah,
User joined your
so
channel.
that's it for expansion, I guess. Community changes. Okay. Basically, for community, one thing that I want to change is I want to make things a little bit more organized. In terms of a lot of things, I want to have the servers, the forums more organized. Member lists, staff lists, and whatnot. But I also want to have more organized events and meetings and all that. One opportunity that I've stumbled upon that'll help me do so is my sister has expressed interest in becoming a worker for NTG. Now let me explain what that means and why it's beneficial. Everyone here is here to, play on the servers. That's your main intention. So in terms of work ethic, it's not as great as if you were here for a job. My sister has expressed interest in taking up a job here as being essentially a community side manager or customer service or whatever the hell you want to call it. So basically, if this happens, we're still kind of talking and working things out. What she would do is she would be there to answer all the questions, take care of the issues, etc., etc. And the reason this would be beneficial is because not only it would be the reason that she's here. She's not here to play and help on the side. She'd be here to help. And another reason it'd be beneficial is because she would be left very unbiased in all of her decisions. And also she's very trusted. She's older than myself and very responsible. So I think it would be of a benefit. Things that she would be doing. She wouldn't be like a TTT manager like Ayano is. It'd be more so, again, if it gets to that point, she has a lot of training to do, and I wouldn't give her a position if I don't think she would be able to do it. But essentially, manage the forums, moderate, take care of various types of complaints, including server-based complaints, schedule meetings and events, stuff like that. So all types of things just to create a more compact community. And then there's a very small possibility she would end up doing some programming too, because she's right now learning some SQL from my brother and is interested in learning more types of development languages. Yeah, I know. I would love to teach her Lua or get her to
User
learn some.
disconnected from your channel.
But again, that's all down the road. First things first is teach her how Gary's mod works and how the community runs and all that, and seeing what she's capable of before we make any actual decisions on what her role is going to be. So that's something that everyone should be excited about, because there's going to be another hands-on deck that you can rely on for getting answers to issues, and as well as keeping the community exciting.
User joined your channel.
All right. Rules and discussion, revision, all that shit. Okay, I'm going to talk about one rule that a lot of people are talking about that they want to get turned over. I'm going to tell you what it was like before we added that rule, why I added the rule, and what I have seen since I've added the rule and how it's affected and changed the problems that were there before I added the rule. So, back in the day, we used to not have the rule in which you could not post in your own applications. All of a sudden now we are getting about 1 million, back in that time, we're getting about 1 million posts on any application. So I go through the forums, to do some promotions, and there I am spending about 15 minutes in this one thread just reading two people going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And let me explain a few things that does. A, I sure as hell don't want to go through all that bullshit reading about your baby mama drama, because I don't care about it. Secondly, it makes it a lot less organized, so the point of the applications are not so you guys can share to each other what you think. It's so you guys can share to me what you think. So when I'm going through all me, Ayano, anyone who does promotions. So when I'm going through the applications, I'm just trying to see what each person as an individual thinks about this person. So when I'm having to shuffle through 1 million posts of people just arguing, it too makes it more difficult and to get a summary of this person's character and ability to be op or whatever it is. Another thing it does is it makes the person who's makes both people who are involved in the argument look like they're not qualified to be in whatever position that they may be or be applying for. So in short, it kind of makes when you're the applicant and you're arguing back, more often than not, it makes you look foolish and immature. And of course, foolish, immature people are not the type of people that we want to have on staff. So, one argument that hold on, let me go on. As soon as I implemented this rule, it worked exactly how it was planned. Occasionally you'll get people who don't follow the rules. We send them a 10% warning that dismisses itself in a month. A warning is a warning, just that it's worthless without any continuing issues. But as soon as we made the rule, it ended the issue, and it served its exact purpose perfectly. Now, the biggest argument to this rule is I don't want people to be spreading things that aren't true. That is an understandable stance, but you don't need to argue it. And let me give you my logic here. Someone is more than likely going to say something bad on an application. More than likely, there's going to be at least one person. It is completely unnecessary to argue that person when you have 15 other people saying amazing things about you. That is your argument right there. Those people saying good things is your argument that negates what that one person has to say. More often than not, when you go in and respond to that person, it's going to cause that argument. Might make you look like you shouldn't get in that staff position or whatever. So that is why that rule is there. And that's why I think that it makes sense that you don't have to argue what someone says. Now, if a bunch of people are saying things that are bad, well, again, it's kind of pointless to argue it, because if everyone's saying bad things, well, guess what? Obviously, you're not ready to be promoted or what have you. So that's why, in any case, it's pretty much pointless to argue anything. Now, if someone says something that really jerks your chain, message me. Send me a PM, send Ayano a PM.
User entered your channel.
Jump in the on the support system and submit a ticket, whatever. Let us know about it. No need to start a flame war, because again, just like I said earlier, those messages are for us to read. You don't need to make a public scene to everyone else and argue it on a public level. If you really need to talk about something someone says, PM the people who matter, management. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Now, just because a lot of people disagreed beforehand, I'd like to know what everyone thinks about it now. So everyone stop messaging really quick. And I'd like you all to type in one message, no more, and I'd want it just to be one word, yes or no. And that's the answer to this following question. Do you think the rule of never being allowed to post or double post on a application should remain? Yes or no? Yes, it's a pretty much yes all around, except for TeamSpeak user, who was just asking to get kicked. Chef Vortetusk, or Vortevasco, God, says that there should be a clause. What clause would that be? Since replying a 3-word message like smiley. Well, Chef, it's all unbiased. All my warnings are unbiased. Now, I don't catch everyone, but anything that's made to my attention of a forum violation is I take action on, no matter how big or small.
Should I
small
ban
things,
Jason?
Now, like I said, it's just a 10% warning that's completely pointless. It means nothing by itself unless you continue. So, yeah.
Hey, wake up. User in your channel was kicked from the server. User requested talk power.
No. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, that's one rule. It seems most people agree with it, though. The reason that even like say it's responding with a smiley face or saying thank you for the support to people, the reason I don't want to add a clause to that is not only because it is kind of cluttering the information. Remember, we want to be able to just breeze through these. Sorry, we want to be able to breeze through these applications, just get the information from everyone. You know, +1, -1, good comment, bad comment, without any unnecessary clutter. Now, that's not too big of a deal, seeing one post with a smiley face or whatever. But if I add an exception of you can post nice things or nice responses to people, I give them an inch, gonna take a mile, and then we're gonna see situations where people are arguing, you know, saying, thanks for your comment, but I think you're an idiot. And then I'll warn them, and then they'll bitch at me because they were being nice or whatever. So that's another reason why I don't want to add such an exception. So does anyone here just hold on, let me see if someone in particular is in this room right now. Is it working? Okay, does anyone here feel particularly against the rule and think that this rule should definitely be overturned and that you should be allowed to post and reply? And again, don't just be yes men, and that is to say, don't just say yes to follow the group consensus or to agree with what I have to say, because I sure as hell am not going to be changing any rules if everyone's agreeing with me.
User joined your channel.
Muffins says, what if you're unliked by a few people? That's all taken into account. I definitely don't just go through the comments, count the plus ones, count the minus ones, and make a decision based on that. Absolutely not. There's been people with 13 plus ones and no minuses, and I don't accept them. It's all about who's saying what. For example, a -1 from someone who just got banned or is on the watch list is going to be barely acknowledged, especially compared to, let's say, if BrassX -1 someone. His voice carries a little bit more weight. Also, if a group of people who are just a clique are storming your application to -1, that's also going to be a little bit less regarded. Not to mention that a lot of these groups that are causing issues with other people, especially groups of clan members causing issues against other clan members, those are going to be the people who no longer play on our servers anymore. Because over time, I'm going to be taking care of all of them. Every single one. And it might upset a lot of you people, some of the people who might get removed, but it's gonna happen, and things will change. User in your channel
started recording.
So that kind of brings me to some of the bans that have been made recently. Like I said, if shit keeps getting disregarded rule-wise, I'm gonna ban you. It's simple as that. Some people have gotten banned lately, and it's caused a little bit of anger and whatnot. First off, I mean, it's not like I didn't say I told you so. Definitely told you so, that's for sure. These people just chose not to listen. Second off, it's how you handle yourself after the ban, which determines how things go from there. You might get banned for a month, but you could maybe you have the potential to get unbanned immediately. You know, bite your lip, come to me or whoever bans you, put your tail between your legs, ask what you did wrong if you don't understand, and when an example is pointed out in front of you and then the rule that you broke is pointed out in front of you too, well, don't be like, well, but I was doing it because of this, or this person did it, so why don't you ban them? That's not the right way to go. That just makes you look like someone trying to make excuses. Own up to it, say you fucked up, get unbanned, don't do it again. Pretty simple. Storm says, so you give warnings before bans. Forum-wise, almost always. There's been people with 0% warning that I might have banned in the past, but that's just because either I gave them verbal warnings or they made an infraction, or multiple infractions in a short period of time that would cause a ban to happen. But yeah, basically, it's not like I just want to
User disconnected from your channel.
Wash my hands of you and just ban right off the bat. You know, I'm gonna do my best to coach how to, I don't know, act accordingly. or the correct way, or whatever. Because ideally, I'd like to have the most people possible on this server, but I won't, and the forums, but I'm not going to allow
User entered your
people who are
channel.
consistently breaking rules to be on the servers and the forums. What about someone swearing on the forum? Well, it's kind of like if I say something like, I was on the server the other day and I kicked Brass's ass, in team deathmatch. That's okay. I don't care about that at all. If I say something like, I was playing on the server with Brass, he RDM'd me, he's such a fucking asshole. Now that's something that is a big no-no. It's all about all about respect towards others. Shut the fuck up, Brass. So it's all about how you're addressing others and your disposition and respect towards others. 1v1 after meeting going down. Hold on, I have to load up my aimbot real quick.
What?
So yeah, I mean, again, it's all pretty much obvious. I don't know how much, and I don't want to just go on and tell you how to be respectful, because it's pretty much common sense. Don't bitch and whine towards other people, because it makes you look bad and violates the rules. So yes, that is pretty much that for rules discussion, why things are the way they are. Are there any rules that you guys think? Yeah, Brass makes a good point. If you're scamming,
Microphone muted.
that's a
Microphone
big
activated.
no-no. You might say, oh, well, I only scammed someone for, something worth 2,000 points or a couple hundred points, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's about the message that you're giving and what you make us look like. All the rest of the people who follow rules and try to help each other out, they don't want their image to be hurt from your own personal greed and disregard for others. So yeah. Yeah, as stated, Doom Destroy was sharking intentionally, so that definitely justified a wipe. Alright, people necroing threads. I guess I'm gonna take care of thread necroing because I can add a auto close feature that closes threads automatically after, say, 15 days of inactivity. Well, Ayano, we could just lock them, but I don't know. Let me grab the numbers right here real quick. There's almost 6,000 threads. A lot of shit to lock. I mean, if you want to go ahead and actively lock things, go ahead. I mean, I try to stay on top of applications, complaints, and whatnot for locking, but as to like all the suggestions and whatnot, that is a lot of threads.
No, thank you. I also have IRL things.
But yeah, I know there's a forum add-on, a public mod that I can get that'll auto lock. That would not be a problem. Alright, someone is sending errors, Jesus Christ. Let's talk about disrespect. That's pretty much what this entire conversation, this lecture that I've been giving you guys has been about. Alright, if Lucky calls you a racist word, then take care of it. I don't know. I think the number one way to respond to someone calling you bad or being disrespectful is, and this is no matter who it is, how many times they've made an infraction or whatever, but the number one best first thing to do is say something like, hey, that's against the rules, or whatever, something along those lines. Because I can promise you, if you say, don't fucking call me that, or something like that, that's just going to escalate the issue. Why say something that will end up escalating an issue when the goal is to resolve it? Oh god, so much shit's being said. Brass, you got anything you want to say?
The hell are people spamming in the chat?
User disconnected from your channel.
Hold on. Alright, Hawkeye, go ahead and voice your opinion or whatever you have to say on scamming.
I have a perfect example of I had recently traded a regeneration bubble and 2 fearsome
Microphone
weapons
muted.
for an exarb obliteration. But the thing is, the oblit was offered and not. I didn't ask for it. People are coming to me telling me I scammed him when he knew the price and he knew what he was getting in return for the oblit.
Well, that wouldn't be a scam then.
But I'm having multiple people trying to like they're telling it like other people I'm scamming and I'm not scamming.
I mean, if they come and make the offer, then that is what it is. I mean, if you want to be the extra, go the
Like,
extra mile and say,
I
hey,
told
buddy,
him this. I
that's...
told him this is a little bit overpaying. Like I think it was like because I had a really good region bubble selling and a really good fearsome.
Why are you not swinging your baton?
Oh, I'm sorry,
He's
I'm
really
talking background.
squirting.
But I told him he was overpaying a little, like I think by like 1,000 points or something. And he completely understood, but and I tell people I did a really good trade, and they're like, "Oh no, you scammed him! You scammed him!"
Yeah.
Microphone
One thing
muted.
I would like to add is some sort of like rep thing.
Like what do you mean rep as in what?
That is to say, like, you can give reputation to people who trade with you. You'd only be able to vote on a single person one time, ever.
I think there would be some kind of abuse with that also.
Well, here's the thing: someone could easily just say -1, but they can't -1 you over and over and over again. And if you actually are a good trader, well, you're gonna have a bunch of other people negating that. I mean, just like on eBay or whatever, you know, maybe a seller on eBay ships an item, and it's exactly as described, but the person who receives it is just a whack job and is pissed off about the purchase and leaves negative feedback. Still, overall, that person's reputation is going to be good if they are indeed a good trader.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The only thing that's going to do is end up adding more SQL traffic.
I think it'll cause a spike, and it might like bump up a few. I don't think it'll bump up that many, but a few megabytes. Depends on how you code it.
But yeah, I guess yeah.
Oh, I was also gonna well, I'll ask you later if you like add me on Steam or something.
Yeah, we can talk.
One last thing. You said the wiki is not like stable. It's like a stock market. It goes up and down.
Yeah, trading. There's no solid prices for anything. If you go talk to a farmer and ask them, while their crops are still growing, in the beginning of the grow season, how much are you going to sell your wheat for? They're going to say, I have no fucking idea, because it all depends on when everyone's cropping their shit. Maybe there's a big storm that comes down in the area. Here's a good example. My sister's ex-boyfriend, her dad is a apple farmer. Lives in a place in an area that there's apple trees everywhere in this
Yeah, I get what you're
area.
saying.
Well, his property is kind of on like a little hill. And one year there's a terrible ice storm that ended up killing everybody's crops. Everyone's apples got fucked. Except the storm magically avoided his property. So when Mott's, if you know what Mott's is, the applesauce
Yeah.
people, when they're coming around to buy everyone's apples, there's not enough for them to buy. So he was able to sell his apples for way, way, way more than normal. It's all about the supply and demand.
Yeah, it's like the wind that recently came and you implemented. Everyone wanted it, and then all of a sudden one day 10, 15 people had it at once. That just dropped the value like 1,000 points.
Oh yeah, comparing apple farm to community. But yeah, it's all
Microphone
about what people
activated.
offer for them. Really, there's no price whatsoever.
Also depends about how much people want to pay for it.
Exactly. I mean, I have ideas to stabilize and help educate people on the current market price, but it's a very complex thing that I want to do, and I personally don't have the knowledge on how to do so.
And what do you mean?
I'm pretty sure it's above
Coding
Francis' head a little
wise
bit.
or stock wise?
Coding wise.
Because I might be able to help you with kind of a little bit of both.
Alright, hold on. Something important has to happen right now. Ayano, you have the floor.
What?
Can you sing your national anthem?
In Dutch?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at the moment. Give me a minute. How to change to Dutch then.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
Do you think first,
Hey,
Fish?
wake
I
up.
have to look it up because I don't know it on top of my head at the moment because it's quite late for me.
Oh. Yeah, so anyone else have anything to say about anything?
Something not that I have to say in Dutch, please.
Alright. Oh god. Okay, if anyone has anything to suggest in terms of a rule change or addition, and only that, if you got something else to say,
User
wait for
disconnected
later.
from your channel.
But if anyone has something to say in regards to a rule change or addition, Request talk power. Ain't nobody's requested talk power.
User joined your channel. User in
Oh,
your
God.
channel stopped recording.
Your national anthem is so much more epic than ours. Like something that you would see in the, I
Our
don't know, in
national
some
anthem,
epic
it's
battle scene in Call of Duty or something.
our national anthem is like 13 phrases long, so 13 times 2, so do the math. It's too long. Yeah, 26 minutes of song.
Dear God.
No, I'm not going to say that, Bress. You all know the word.
What is it? I don't know it.
User requested talk power.
Well, it's wait. It's penis, but yeah, also LUL.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I knew that. Okay. Oh, someone did request talk power. Hawkeye requested, but anyone else want to speak? Get a turn. Storm. Anyone
Hey,
else?
wake up.
Oh, Canada. Okay. Storm, go ahead.
User requested talk power.
No. You lose. Where's the waffle at? Where'd the waffle go?
Blue waffle.
Oh no, maybe he didn't suggest a request talk power. You did. Dino, you're up.
DNO.
Dino, you lose. Anyone else?
User requested talk power.
Oh, someone else requested Hawkeye.
This is just really quickly. On the new detective rules that the detectives can send you out of a room.
Okay.
They can order you someplace that will not cause you harm.
Uh-huh.
That's you can kind of argue with that because they're sending you out. Say you're in a room like the piano room on who everyone loves. Say you're in there and detective comes in. I claim this room. I order Hawkeye walk out. You can kind of claim he's sending you into danger by sending you into a place where all the traitors are.
Well, that's kind of hard to address.
I'm saying in the rules you should implement because they shouldn't be able to send you out of an area they claim that you're already there.
Okay, just do. All right, everyone, stop messaging.
Wow,
User
toast.
disconnected from your channel.
Oh, and Fish, nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I
But
am
okay,
VIP.
everyone stop. Here, God. Everyone stop talking for real quick. And yes or no, should detectives be allowed to force you out of a room that you have already claimed? Okay.
No.
Then I'll change that rule. I'll override it.
There was another rule.
User joined your channel.
But yeah, that was the main problem because like I was on a server an hour ago. That was the main problem with the new rule.
All right. Yeah, I'll change that one.
Are you laughing, Anna? Love you.
Does anyone?
Brasses.
Okay, it won't let me request talk power. Dear God, you better have something good to say.
Okay, what about the KOS on Flu? Like if you turn off the lights?
It's considered a traitorous act, and it's
I
directly in the
understand
message of the
that,
day.
but like I've seen a few people like as detectives turn it off and an innocent walk up and kill them several times. And another instance is when I was supposedly doing my rebellion as a joke. A player said that as a detective they went up there and turned off the lights, and a operator killed them and then slayed them for making them lose karma or something.
Wait, I don't understand that second part. Someone else told someone to turn off the lights, or
Hold,
the
hold on, I'll give you the forum link and you can read the part where another player said, or I'll post that.
All right. Well, first off, you said that a detective turns off the lights and someone kills him. The person who killed the detective deserves a slay in that case. The detective also should not be turning off the lights because, again, that's considered traitorous and putting people in danger. I don't know. What do people think about that rule of it being traitorous?
I think it's dangerous because you have limited vision.
Okay, so people agree with that, so there's no reason to change that rule. Detective turning off the lights is stupid and just trolling, says Zinc. I agree with that.
Okay, Terrarian said, if I'm detected, I should be able to turn off the lights, especially if I warn people beforehand. And under that, he said, I'm tired of turning off the lights as being detective and getting killed by an Inno, then getting slain because the Inno loses karma.
If anything, the light should just get turned back on. Eno should never, ever shoot a detective for any reason.
Alrighty then.
But yeah. So, yes or no, should we enforce slays for detectives who turn off the light?
Looks like that's a yes.
Press, what do you think? Oh, it's a hard one. Because ideally, I would like to have as
User
little
requested talk
rules
power.
as possible. You don't want to have so many lines everywhere that you gotta dance around and avoid. But at the same time, you also gotta make rules to make sure that the server stays fair and people aren't doing things to put other people at disadvantage or control or whatever.
Brass said, what if we remove Clue?
No.
It's a very popular map. Ideally, I'd just like to take the stupid light out. Like, it'd be one thing if it was a
User joined
trader
your channel.
button. Kind of like how on the new 67th way, you can turn the lights off, but it's a trader
Microphone
button.
muted. Microphone activated.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, I have to say.
Maybe can Scop do that. Scop is pretty good with maps.
Alright. So right now, I'm thinking...
User requested talk power.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be a T button.
Alright, everyone, I want you to stop posting really quick, and to this question, you're going to respond with a 1 or a 2, depending on what choice you think is better.
Use straw poll. It's you can see the results, and they won't be able to double post.
Yes.
Oh, fucking fuck a duck.
You'll be able to create the questions.
Oh. Type question here.
User joined your channel.
Okay, here's your stupid poll.
Hey.
Which actually has something to say on this.
Oh, well, this is very fucking not majority at all. Alright, so it looks like the majority just wants Lays. And it's kind of tied between the other two.
User left your channel.
Well, according to chat, no one wants to speak right
User
now.
requested talk power.
Dear Jesus. Okay, so we're gonna remove the map until it's adjusted.
Can I have my type power taken away now?
User requested talk
You
power.
may. Let's see. Boss, we'll go really quick. Alright, we're gonna wrap this up, so if it's something that is something
User disconnected from your
something
channel.
that doesn't need to be said at this meeting and can be asked to someone in particular, just ask me or Ayano or Brass after this. Preferably me or Ayano. Boss level?
I would just like to say that could you clarify warnings for detectives when they claim a room?
What do you mean?
Like can you shoot them once to warn them, or do you have to warn them?
Like if a detective claims a room
Yes.
and you enter the room?
Yes, if someone else enters.
Well, it's Okay, sorry, I had to sneeze. Well, it's tough. If you properly claim the room, not saying I claim the room on the left downstairs. That's not very descriptive.
Hey, wake up.
But if you properly claim the room and give a good description of it, then you're covered. If someone enters the room, you can shoot them immediately. However, that's your karma. It may be wiser to give a proper warning to them. Because
Hey, wake up.
remember, your goal is to kill all the traitors, and in order to successfully do that, you need to take care of the innocents as
wake
well.
up.
So it'd be foolish to risk taking away a teammate
User in your
when
channel
you
timed
could
out.
just simply ask them, remind them that the room is claimed. Because there's many cases in which people don't hear
User
the claim,
disconnected from your channel.
or might not know exactly what room you're talking about anyways, even if you do describe it well enough.
If you look at Zinky's post, there are 3 things you should do. I usually shoot them once to warn them, and I was wondering if that is acceptable.
If you have claimed the room properly, then you should be able to shoot them. Yes, and that can be a warning shot. But if you think to yourself, if you just shoot them, then they're probably going to be like, oh shit, this dude's a traitor, and they're going to shoot and kill you back. So you may want to verbally warn them before you make that shot. To save your own ass.
Fish is knowledgeable in all things.
I don't know about that. Okay, Airsoft gets the floor. Airsoft, by the way, is working on some new models for us, which I'm pretty excited. Gun models.
I had something to say about the clue thing. I remember before the turn on rule was implemented. I don't think people should be able to kill detectives for it if it's traitorous, and the detective is obviously not a traitor.
Oh, you should never be able to kill the traitor or the detective ever.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean you can't traitor bait as a detective or do things that are considered traitorous.
But you're still on team.
Well, let me clarify. You shouldn't ever be able to do something that could put someone in danger as a detective. Or do something that does put someone in danger.
Microphone activated.
Yeah, so maybe something like shooting randomly. That could be considered traitor baiting in certain situations, but as a detective, I wouldn't slay a detective ever for just randomly shooting around. However, pushing someone near an edge or something like that could be potentially dangerous, that's not allowed.
Yeah.
Does that answer that?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Okay, Storm, dear fucking God, I'm giving you the floor. For the love of God, don't make me regret it.
Hey, wake up.
Let me hear that manly voice. Come on, Storm.
Hey, wake up.
Storm, say it.
So, how about them game giveaways?
And I regret it.
Someone would like to talk. Winstaff.
Winstaff is here? Where at?
He's now. I would like to talk. He's now Winstaff again.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I just wanted to mention to you, Fish, I'm sorry that it's been taking me so long with the lobby. I almost
It's all good. I've been very tied up in my own things too. It's
yeah. I almost have the map fixed completely.
Sweet.
I also wanted to talk to you that I was thinking that I could help with the Minecraft server because I'm good with Bucket.
Alright, decent with, shit, what language does it use? Java?
Yeah.
Java.
I was gonna have Iano and Beaver help me with that because I'm not that good at Java, but I know a little bit of it.
Yeah,
But
I mean, check it out. If you guys congregate some server files and whatnot, all you gotta do is send me a Dropbox link. I'll load that shit up to my personal computer and get that server rolling. Let people join up and play it.
But yeah, I know that you've been busy and I've been a little bit spamming you about it, but with the thing about my maps not being uploaded, people keep complaining to me and I just want to mention it to people. I don't have control of when they're uploaded. It's up to Fish and Brass. I know Brass has bad internet.
Yeah, I can get around. I'll write that down so I don't forget it. And I'll get that done today.
I also wanted to mention, me and Brass were talking, but I said I was gonna fix Clue and make the light button. It's kind of like the button on 67th Way, where you can you know, like turn off the lights as a trader.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. That'd be pretty sick. I'll probably take off Clue until then, just so takes that issue away. There's plenty of other maps that are plenty fun.
Yeah,
to play till then.
All I needed to mention. Thanks.
Thank you, and I'll get those maps up. Thanks for making them. Okay, someone with name requesting talk power. Boom. There you go.
Okay,
that
last thing I have, it's silence again. The other day, I don't know how his name would be rather be called, but SOA came in and said that NOs were not allowed to call live checks, and they were not valid. Like
you can call them if you want, but you cannot order someone, give an order as innocent. Yes, they can't live check in KOS, as Toast just said.
Because a lot of people were saying, oh, no, innocents can live check in KOS and whatnot.
Now you can ask for a live check just to get a general idea. Maybe, I mean, it could be helpful in your own personal investigation, but you can't give orders and thus KOS for those orders not being followed.
Alrighty then.
Yerp a derp.
That is all.
Alright, thank you. No, Storm, you lost privilege, sorry.
User requested talk power.
Someone requested talk power. Who? Bye, Mojo? Alright. Let's wrap this up. So, again, if you got anything important to say, or not important to say, save it for something later on the forums or whatever.
I just wanted to ask something about, I've gotten attacked multiple times by detectives and then proceed to get slain when I kill them for attacking me for no reason.
Bite the bullet, man. It's one round.
Okay.
You get killed,
That's just been bothering
and then
me.
Don't break a rule yourself, else you're gonna look like the asshole, and it might end up being you who gets banned and not the other person. Let him kill you, ask him why he did it, and if there's no good reason, then let staff take care of it.
Okay. Luna's telling me to mention that you should let Toast talk.
Okay, I'll give Toast the floor.
User joined your channel.
There's Toast.
Okay, guys, how's it going? First thing I want to say is that I thank you for finally giving me the power to talk. Thank you so much on that. Secondly, I'm off my game already. Damn it. I want to talk about karma banning because this is my major pet peeve at the moment. I've been banned about 6 times because of this. Because people are dumbasses and they're like, oh hey, I'm gonna come rape you now, and even though you're in that claimed room and Brass, I will punch you in the
User joined your channel.
Alright, I pretty much know where you're going with this, but let me give you a response. I think it would be cool to take away karma banning and karma kicks. I would like to either increase the amount of the damage nerf that you get from karma loss, or increase the amount of karma you lose per innocent kill on top of that. Basically, that'll help reinforce people making
User
smart
requested talk
decisions,
power.
and using their head more. Again, something can be not RDM, but it could still be interruptive to the game mode. So we may want to enforce a stronger damage nerf from karma to therefore help people to make more educated decisions. Because again, there's a big difference between making a logic-based decision and just totally neglecting and not caring about the rules. So I do agree. The karma banning system that's built into TTT is so stupid because you get karma banned, especially if you do something stupid that accidentally kills a ton of people and your karma goes down to like 200. It takes so long in order to get it back up because you keep getting kicked. You have to join the server, get kicked. Karma increases by 30, and then you keep repeating over and over.
Okay, that works. Maybe we could. I don't know if this is possible. It'd probably be a bitch to code, but what if we could take lower karma and give you lower drops also?
That wouldn't be too hard to do, I wouldn't think. I'm pretty much hands off of Brass's code, just because anything that I could do, like changes that I could make, he could do it way faster because he knows exactly where everything is, what he needs to change, where to look, and all that. So he's just way more efficient at changing it. That and the fact that I don't like going in and messing with stuff, so when he comes back and looks at it, he's wondering why the hell something's not working or what all these random changes in his files are.
Okay, that works.
So in terms of that, that'd be something that he would have to look into. But karma banning, I can mess with that and turn that off.
Yeah, the sooner that removed is the better. And lastly, I want to talk about karma baiting and what Ops Plus need to do about it, because it is getting to the point where it's happening every round. Some dickhead shooting the other dickhead, and then bam, you have 2 dead innos, 2 RDMs because of one person being a dumbass. Actually, wait, I could use this for the Breezy reference right now. There's a Breezy complaint on Juantron, I think, where Breezy shot one kid, and then Juantron KLS, and that led to 2 RDMs because Breezy was being a jackass.
Yes, I posted on that, and I pretty much said exactly what you just said, because the complaint was against Juantron, and then Juantron going back against I forget who made the complaint.
Lucky.
And no one lucky, and nobody's mentioning Breezy, who's the one who caused this entire issue. And I kind of talked to Juantron about it because reading the post, I kind of felt that Juantron was in the wrong a little bit for his slay. But at the same time, it almost seemed as if Lucky and Breezy were kind of in on it together, causing trouble with each other in order to cause, or that ended up resulting in issues or whatever, the RDM and whatnot. And then
User in your channel timed out.
when Lucky went back and killed Juantron for killing Breezy, it seemed as if Lucky knew that Juantron was innocent, but he killed him anyways. And that is bad.
Yeah, well, the thing that not only are those probably like our worst members that we currently have, no offense to them at all, they earned that title for themselves, and I'm sure many staff can agree with me. Lucky is just a douche to everybody in general. He treats people like crap. He's disrespectful to staff, all staff at that. Breezy, he's exactly like Lucky. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if they're related in some form or shape. But I think something needs to be done, but that's just me. I can't do anything about it, but I'm going to put that out there for an FYI for anybody. Just keep an eye on them, because their tolerance level for me is on the bottom right now.
Well, that's pretty much the best thing you could do. Send out the FYI, it's not as smart to do it publicly on the forums saying, hey, this guy's an asshole, what do you guys think? Because that's causing problems. But just like you did with me, told me, if I get half the clan coming up to me and saying, hey, I just want to let you know that I get bad vibes from so-and-so, then what that's going to do is, set a little flag there. And when I'm getting it from a bunch of people, then I know that something has to be done.
Sweet.
So yeah, and just
That's
like I've
all I
been
gotta
saying for
say.
a while,
Thanks, guys, for letting me
shit's gonna
talk.
be done.
So.
Yep.
Also, wait.
What's up?
Is Duck coming? I want to hear that. Is Duck gonna come back to MTG?
Let's hear it from him. Duck, 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 duck.
Duck.
Well,
We're totally not forcing you.
Everyone's saying duck, and then there's Storm saying fish, fish. No,
I
bro,
made an
sorry.
introduction on the forums pretty much asking if people want me to come back or just stay away, so if you guys want to post on that, feel free.
Let's make a draw pool thing. Straw pool.
What does Fish, Brass, and Iono want?
Well,
I'm fine with it.
I would support you coming back, definitely.
Sure. Yes.
In terms of position, that's something that we talk about, but as at the very least, having you on the servers, I don't think anyone can complain with that.
Nope.
Okay, hold on, let me message Press here. Alright, I'm probably gonna close this up real quick. Been in here for about 2 hours.
It's also getting quite late here.
Also, Iono has to sing the French national anthem or Dutch national anthem, whatever.
User requested talk power.
Alright, yep, time for some game giveaways. Sweet. Alright, let me go get a little randomizer of the numbers. Wait, hold on. Random number generator. Random.org.
Fish, I also think the Dark RP thing was a really good idea.
User requested talk power.
17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so here it is.
Hey, wake up.
Between 3 and 50. I mean 4 and 50.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
Hawkeye poked me that he has something important to say.
Alright, number 7.
User
Who's
joined
number
your
7?
channel.
Alright, Toast. Toast wins
wake up.
something.
Hey, wake up. User
Gonna
disconnected
get a
from your
couple
channel.
names here. Okay, the next one.
User joined your channel.
4, 5, 6. Llama Shark. Llama Shark's a winner. I'll give you guys each some
wake up.
random shit in a second. Kyrie is a winner.
How are you able to follow that? Wow.
And
User disconnected from your channel.
Katete is a wiener. I think 4 is good for now. Save some more for later.
Oh, what?
Okay, so our winners are Toast, Katete, Llama Shark, and who was that last one?
Katete. I thought.
Hey, wake up.
Alright, so you win.
Okay.
Win.
Since I can talk now, Brass, next time you poke me, I'm gonna punch you in the dick, you bitch. Brass, I swear to freaking God.
Fuck, who was the last person that I said? Son of a bitch.
Stop it, please! Please!
Oh, Kyrie, that's right. Where's Kyrie?
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, Kyrie's gone, that's why.
Can we please have a gag on Brass? Or like some form of thing where people can't poke me, please? God dang it!
Oh,
I'm gonna leave!
people all poke Toast.
Stop leaving me with pokes! My freaking screen's going insane!
Kyrie disappeared, so now I get to choose someone else.
Oh, he's mad because I kept making fun of him because he kept he
Hey,
does player
wake up.
complaints. Oh my freaking God! I'm gonna punch you!
Hey, wake up.
I want to auto poker.
Alright, the winner is an angry beaver.
No.
Stupid!
Yerpy skirpy.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, so you guys,
User
you
requested
4
talk
message
power.
me in Steam and I'll hook you up.
I will fish right away. I'm sorry.
User
I'm
disconnected
sorry for
from your
yelling and
channel.
doing whatever I'm doing right now. I'm just receiving 20 pokes a second because people like to anally rape me in the butt. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't ask for anything, Brass. You did it to yourself, man. You like totally just started poking me for no reason. Whenever I talked, that was a douche move on your part. So I'm gonna turn this around, and I want everybody to go poke Brass because he's amazing. Go poke Brass, everybody. Go, Brass. Brass, poke Brass.
I'll keep on poking Toast.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh!
Alright. Fuck you all. Have a good day.
Okay,
User
Fish,
joined
bye. I
your
love you.
User left disconnected from your channel.
Okay, guys,
User
totally not
disconnected from your channel.
promotion or anything, but everybody should go check out my manager app.
No.
User joined your channel.
I already approved it.
Hey, wake up.
As I was trying to say, I wanted you to go look at my manager.
User left your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, I
User
have
disconnected
speech
from
now.
your
Okay.
channel.
Oh, it's because I won. Okay.
Alright, now me and Brass are gonna play a duet. Come on, Brass, whip out the guitar.
I thought he was going to sing.
Come on.
Okay, Brass will sing. I'll play.
Microphone
If I can
muted.
find a fucking pick. God damn it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, about that, maybe. Oh, wait, I found it.
Hey, wake up.
Alright, come on, Bress. Get that mic on, you
User in
guys
your
sing.
channel started recording. User in your channel started recording. User in your channel stopped recording.
Oh god, I don't know my chords.
User in your channel started recording.
Nope, that's not
User
right.
in your channel started from your channel. User disconnected from your channel. User in your channel started recording. User in your channel started recording. User in your channel started recording. User in your channel started microphone activated.
Shit's
Okay.
weak.
Fish, you lose, I think.
I can play solo too.
Overkill.
Microphone muted.
I could do a pick slide on my acoustic. Sing, Bress,
activated.
play, yeah. Sing.
Airsoft, did you make that model which you, I think, just posted in the chat? Oh wow, Fish, did you saw it? This one. Looks pretty nifty, I think.
Disconnected
Let's
from your
see.
channel.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Airsoft, you gotta make a sweet semi-automatic, right? Without a scope.
User disconnected from your channel.
Holy fudge toast.
User was moved to your channel. Yeah. User disconnected from your channel. User in your channel timed out.
Alright, y'all. Thanks for coming to the meeting.
Okay, have a good night,
User
everyone. I'm
disconnected
out.
from your
And
channel.
I'll probably be on the
Quite late.
servers playing
User
around
in
for
your
a
channel
little bit
stopped
later.
recording. User in your channel stopped recording.